You know, it's funny, all the stuff I put out, I'm motivated by that as well, right?
Quick question. I wanted to know how you learn the logistics of actually operating a business. You do a lot of talk about what it takes to be an entrepreneur, but I'm curious as to how you learn the actual logistics of that. I'd appreciate the answer. Thanks.
Sebastian, great question, my man. I'm excited about this little concept. This is gonna fill out these episodes that are a little bit tougher for you, D-Rock. I like that you're hacking, trying to make your life a little bit easier. I respect your execution. Sebastian, by doing. The way you learn operations and the systems, the logistics is by doing. I mean, you could read about it. You know, my dad was very entrepreneurial, so he's even more loosey-goosey than I am in a lot of ways, so that wasn't in place, but obviously a mentor can teach you. But I think when mentors are teaching you, they're teaching you the way it was instead of the way it's about to be in this new environment. It's by doing the actual work, like D-Rock's process. How long did it take you to edit the first Daily Bee?
2.5 days.
2.5 days.
Yeah.
And now?
3 hours.
I mean, it's doing. That's how you get great at your craft. You do. It's just there's no replacing experience, and that's where a lot of youngsters are. You have a lot of talent. You understand the new landscape. But you don't have the experience yet, and so you've got to eat shit, get real patient, and put in those 2, 3, 4 years of tasting it. This worked, this didn't. 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 This worked, this didn't.
So would you also say that you surrounded yourself with people that actually did know something? Like,
yes and no. The problem when you surround yourself with people that know is they come with that baggage. But yes, I do like them coming with that baggage because then I can watch it. One of the reasons I don't micromanage my people is because I let them do their thing. And then I watch it and I'm like, that's silly. And then I break it. And so we get 87% of the value of the tried and true and 13% of kind of the way I see it. And I'm always going to, you know, and you know this is a lot of stuff we talk about. We don't put a lot of this out there. Like, I don't talk really about my strategy or my brain. I don't talk about how smart I am or how strategic I am. That's where it really shines because I'm forward thinking. That's just my natural state. Real quick, let me interrupt you before you watch your homie's other story. This video right here is gonna blow your mind. Swipe up.
Come on, let's go. I'm
there's at least
one. I only need $1 in my pocket.
Yeah, what are you sleeping? What are you coding till 4 o'clock in the morning still? Holding on to your youth, I'm impressed. I have a crazy idea. You and I, at our best as a team, when we're just being ourselves and just hacking, there's always so much, there's such a special thing that I've never been able to replicate, right?
I'm on a first name basis with danger. You're stranger when I'm there. I let the narrator tell you how it goes.
GaryVee, D-Rock's here too. He's always here. Anyway, proud of you, brother. Congrats on this next chapter of your life. Go crush it, go kill it. One life, baby. Proud of you. Just reach out to 15 people you've been dying to do business with and just DM them and say, what can I do for you? Period. That's it. 99.9% chance they won't answer you if you want to reach them. But 0.01, it's worth it. That 0.01 life, D-Rock.
I'm on a first name basis with danger. Stranger when I'm there. I let the narrator tell you how it goes. Like his name was James. I knew you a long time ago. Got your passport, got your visa. Where's your smile like Mona Lisa? Smile like Mona Lisa.
are you? Very good. Congrats on winning. You're welcome. Yeah, I know. So we've got some time together. How can I help you? I get it. It chopped for me for a second. What upsets you? One more time. You think about what? So look, I think it's about perspective, right? I think the reason that I'm able to focus is that I keep things very binary, right? You know, outside of the most extreme things, health of my family, I try to remind myself, whether it's friendships or back when I was dating, relationships, or I put them in the proper perspective. So I think the bigger thing for you is to categorize both the things that are going on and put them in the proper bucket. Both the studying for what you're trying to become and questioning yourself if that's really what you want, and as your lack of focus at times just a subtle indicator that you're doing this because you think it's the right thing to do, or you were told to do this, or you've always thought you were going to do this, but now that you're here you don't actually want to do it. Or do you just value, you know, these relationships or other things that are running through your mind even more than your career or your, you know, the things that you're focused on. So I think it's being honest with yourself that your brain and your emotions are going in a different direction than what you think on paper is the thing that you're supposed to do. And I actually think you need to accept that instead of fighting that. I think you need to question why that's happening more so than, well, I need to stay focused. I've got a lot of studying to do to become this. You gotta really break down those two things. And I think, and you know what's funny, is I think you know that. I think you don't need me to tell you that. It's just, you know, sometimes it helps hearing it from another voice, right? Like, I think the thing that has always worked for me is that it's been crystal clear for me what I'm trying to do, and I've had everything in the right places mentally, and then it's enabled me to go very fast, which really matters. So, do you agree with what I'm saying? Hold on one second. I hope my, you said there was a quote on my page, one life, that motivated you, you said? And it yeah, I mean, it makes you start questioning, you know, it's very funny. I'm so empathetic to people who, well, let me ask you a question. The thing that you're doing right now, how much was that manifested from you at a young age or other people around you? Yeah, I mean, I think one, you know, I'm glad to hear that it came from you from a young age. I would tell you that things change, and you need to make sure you're focused on that. You know, sometimes you have a picture of how something's going to be, and then when you get there, it doesn't live up to that. And so, yeah, I mean, I am motivated by one life too. You know, it's funny, all the stuff I put out, I'm motivated by that as well, right? Like, I challenge myself to remind myself it's one life, it's one at bat. And it rocks me in my foundation when I think about it as well. The other thing I would tell you, and I think if you follow my stuff, you know this, you're such a young woman, and I really, really, really hope that you deploy patience as well, right? Like, you know, you can not have it perfectly click for 10 years and still be young, and I think a lot of people forget that. You know, for me early in my career with my great ambitions, building a liquor store, a wine store, you know, didn't seem on paper like this is what's going to help me get to all these places that I want to be, but it was building a foundation in my 20s and early 30s that allowed me to build on top of, and I still at 41 view myself extremely young. So keep that in mind as well. I think that helps. You're welcome. I hope you have a great day, and feel free to reach out to me on email if I can help more. You're welcome. Good to see you too. Bye-bye. That was fun. D-Rox asks questions. We turn him down.
Smell like Mona Lisa.